Alright.
I'm Spooktergeist.
Damn, there's not even like a hello everybody. I'm Spooktergeist. That's how I enter a room.
That's how I wake up.
I'm Spook. You just scream it?
Just your eyes.
I have a
shoot
mirror
open,
above
you
my
sit
bed, so I always
straight
have somebody to greet.
I just wake up in a cold sweat. Spooktergeist.
I do the same thing, like remembering that I'm me, it freaks me out. So like I wake up really panicked and I'm like, am I actually me? Am I actually typewriter? And yep, I look in the mirror and there he is, that piece of garbage. So first off, hello everybody. Welcome to the commentary on the thing. That's Spooktergeist. I'm typewriter and
I'm Joseph Alex, Clone 334.
there you go.
I'm here,
So
ready
what's going
to
on, Spook?
comment.
Give us some preamble.
Oh yeah, let's do some pre-ramble.
Preamble.
So, fuck, let's just start this.
Are you sure?
You ready to start?
I need to wake up. I've been awake for 3 hours.
That's long enough.
Let's count down to the video turning on thing.
Yeah, once the episode gets going, I'll get going too.
I believe it.
Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
Yeah, go for it, man.
1, 2, 3, go!
Alright, got it.
Alright, welcome to the episode 3 commentary for STARTROIDE episode 3. I forgot what I named this episode. It keeps changing.
I didn't,
but I did.
But I did. I think that's what it is.
Oh yeah, that's what it's called.
I didn't know what I called it, but I did.
And this episode is really important and really special because this is where we introduce Duez, the third and final character for our little space gang.
I mean,
Yeah, I feel like
technically he was
rounded out
introduced
here.
last episode.
He was
but
introduced, but this is where the viewer really understands how fucking neurotic he is.
And this is where I found my voice for him, which is just my normal voice.
Sometimes it's the easiest answer. It takes the longest to reach.
Yeah, we went through a couple of different voices for him, didn't we? I can't remember.
I definitely tried some things, and then I kind of just decided that he was me, and then that would work out better.
He's your
One of the
self-insert
permutations-
fan character.
Yeah, one of the permutations of him early on in the scripting process was if I remember correctly, it was like Shaggy from Scooby Doo. I remember you doing something like that for a half a part of the script. You were you would crack your voice a lot. I don't know. It was great.
He still does kind of. But
Yeah,
that's,
whenever
more
he
when he's,
starts
scared.
yelling, I try to get him to crack. He's supposed
Yeah, it
to
still
be.
does it.
He's supposed to be incredibly self-confident until he's not. He has
Exactly.
these break points where he just loses control.
And also, Radro's a bit of a dick in this episode. Jesus Christ.
I just think I think that's all he is.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any. I think if anybody is watching the commentary and has seen the last few, they have to know by now that he's completely unstable. He has no. He has no moral compass. He has a psychotic compass that's guided by these two TV characters. Look at his fucking license. He's unstable.
It turned out so good.
It really did. It surpassed my wildest fantasies for how fucking amateurish it looks. It's like a crayon table drawing. I love it. I think it looks fucking great.
I should have drawn it on a napkin with Crayola.
I think you did what you could. Well, he doesn't want it to look completely. I don't think
yeah.
completely unreal. He tried. I like the little Obi squeeze doll. That's what it looks like, at least.
It's like a stress reliever.
Yeah.
Radger probably got pissed and threw it. Now that's where it ended up.
And there was that awesome machine falling down noise we used. Oh, and here's the new intro I made.
Whoa!
I
there
did
it
this
is.
Last minute. I think it looks better.
It
has
does.
more going on.
It looks dope. You got
Yeah,
this trippy shit.
I didn't, but I did. That's what the episode's called. The episodes always change name during production. Like, I forgot what it was before, like during the script, and then when I was actually animating it, the actual file had a different name, and then the editing file had a different name, and then the render file for the edited finished renders that filed in had a different name, and then I just made up something when I put it on YouTube.
I think it's working.
I think it does. I think it is too.
Yeah, they're random enough, and I don't know. The titles are like, we could just name them like the one where Duez gets yelled at.
I just like to draw attention, if anybody wants to go back into the video, the part where Radro is mocking Duez like really poorly. Look at the artistry that went into timing his wiggles, because I don't think anybody really appreciates how fucking perfect it is. The frame changes from the left side to the right side of his wiggling. Go back and rewatch it, and then come back to us now. I was shocked.
Even I can't appreciate it, and I did that.
I thought it was perfect.
I just want to add that this planet getting bigger and bigger in the behind them just like gives me like a panic attack. I'm just like, guys, look at what's happening. Turn around. It's
That's what I was
so
going
good.
for.
Ghost ride the ship. Look at Radro's little hands.
I'm amazed at the mileage I was able to get out of like 4 drawings for like Radro's little arm things.
It's really evocative. I mean, he's a squid. So how many, a little squid baby thing, how many drawings do you really need? I mean, you just got to evoke movement with the tentacles, and I think it's perfect as it is.
These backgrounds are just like such a pain in the ass to draw, and then like you hardly see anything. Like there's a good 4 or 5 like visual gags I put in the background that you don't even see.
Well, that's for all the people that want to like watch it again and again. Like,
well, no, I mean like they're not even like in frame.
oh, well that won't help.
I love the rat that they just pulled out there. It is such a tremendous bifurcation between the realism of that rat and then these 2 really cartoonish robots. I love that. The first time that I saw this, that drove me fucking like I ran up the walls when I saw that. I was so fucking happy with how that rat turned out.
Like, I want to know why Lyax is so excited about finding a rat. Like, do they eat rats? Like, do they eat just garbage? Because I feel like every time we see food in this world, it's just like garbage.
Every time we see food, it's just like not even cooked meat.
It's like a
with the
slop
bodies.
pile.
Montar just had like this huge pile of meat. Skizlith was
all
just
around the
this
table.
giant drumstick thing.
They
were eating like heads out of the garbage, like the very first episode they were in.
I think the reason, during the scripting process, I think the reason that we chose the rat, or that we had like retcon that, is just, I thought it was like just something weird for Lyax to find. Like, I feel like she has like just an appreciation for anything. Like, it doesn't matter what. Like, if she could hang out with Radro, she could just pick up whatever off the floor. So I thought the rat, just this back half, Radro likes it because it's a dead animal. But Lyax is like, check out this dope rat that I found. Look at it!
Look at this
The best,
dope
I
rat.
love it. It's so good.
So we didn't like write this in the script, and then whenever I saw like the rough like draft of this episode, I was like, there was no voice for it, so I had to go back in post and record the rat sound. I'm pretty proud
And a
of it.
screech.
There's like a huge story behind why we put that rat in, but I'll talk about it afterwards because it's such a clusterfuck what happened.
Well, you might as well just go now.
Okay, so again, this is with the freaking anomaly that is episode 2, where for some reason I was working off this version of the script where like all this other stuff happened and like people died, but then like we rewrote it, But for some freaking reason, we have like voices recorded for that original version that I have no idea where they came from.
Go.
I just don't. And so, in that one, Duez was supposed to drop the, whatever. We'll talk about it later. I like this garbage.
All right.
Look at all that garbage.
That thing in the jar.
I like
is
that
sick.
predator skull.
It's based off those weird flying roaches from Metroid.
The heart is life changing.
Yeah, so
It's just-
when we were writing it, I just imagined it being like an old pair of underwear, like a pair of tighty whities or something. But this is way sexier.
This is like a pristine, like unrubbished pair of purple panties with a heart. I don't know.
It's arguably the only thing on the planet that isn't trash.
I think
Like you
so.
could
I think
sell
somebody
those
could,
on eBay.
yeah, and get a good, especially if they're used.
You can sell them
You know-
in Japan for like I don't know how much stuff is worth in Japan.
Hundreds.
That
Hundreds
bro,
of
1,000. The pennies of a fucking Westerner or a space alien.
Here's where we get like an insight into Duez's dark past.
Everyone here has a dark past. What are you talking about?
Well, they
Retro
don't.
has a dark
their past
present.
isn't dark enough to get like a little light shining on them and like some depressing like
A soliloquy
mood
is
lighting.
very own.
Yeah.
Can we get more of that little bug in the jar? Can we see some more of him? I want him to be kind of like a big part of the show.
We have enough.
Yeah,
things that are,
every
like, a big
episode
part of the show.
we just add stuff that we like. They just keep showing up.
Did you make the axe look angry on purpose?
How's it angry?
Look at it. Looks
It
like it
looks
has
like
an
a-
eye.
Oh,
God damn it, Lyax. Show the axe. This is-
and then
this is
another
the
one of
best.
Duez's little imagination sequences. He's like the only character who has those.
Yeah, we'll have to like that can be his thing. We'll just have to keep thinking of stuff for him to imagine.
Oh, this place. I had
This
to
is-
redo this place like 18 times.
Oh
I
shit.
hate it. I like those robots though.
I love how this like part worked out. Like I was really worried that the subtitles and stuff like wouldn't work out right.
They're perfect.
Yeah, it's so good.
They fit so well like into just the aesthetic of the show somehow.
This show has no aesthetic. What are you talking about?
Look at it. I mean, it's cohesively incohesive. It's got its own style. It's like a cross between Darwinia and what are the little dudes from Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I can't.
Oh, the
Space
Moonanites.
Invader dude. The
Is that what they're called?
Moonanites.
Yeah.
Check yourself, false you wreck yourself. That's like the
I
best
have
part of
this
that
as my
show.
background right here.
Look at that.
Yeah, I told you to take a screenshot of that, like to cut that frame and like to give it to people as a background. I don't know if you did
Oh
or not.
shit! Yeah.
So if anybody's watching this and you don't have that as the background on your computer, please send your grievances to Spooktergeist.
Directly. I'll give
Yeah.
you his personal email.
Yeah, just email me and then I'll give you his phone number.
His home address, his
Yeah.
social security.
I don't have a home address.
I don't have a social security.
Well,
I got one of those, but no home address.
we'll help you
home
find
address.
them. Make sure you get that background.
I have home coordinates.
Oh. Latitude, longitude,
Longitude.
longitude.
Man, this episode just burned me out for a while for some reason.
There's just so much going on.
But no, but like more so than episode 2, and I'd say there's actually more going on in episode 2 than in this one because
Episode 2 did have the cell.
yeah. But the thing about this episode is that we purposefully didn't include any other like talking characters, so we could focus on the main 3 and get to know Duez.
Yeah, build up the relationship between the 4 main characters, kind of.
Yeah,
I mean,
so,
we haven't seen too much of, well, that's spoilers maybe.
we haven't seen too much of anybody else. There's your spoiler.
This is just fantastic. I never expected it to be crawling on the ground. That's what excited me the most about seeing that. I thought it was
she
just
can't
like,
fly it.
I know.
They can't fly it without Radro, so it just
I
drags.
just loved it. Just using the arms. I thought that was such a good usage of that plot point about Radros being able to handle her.
I love his little scream. That was me. I did that. I did all the barbarians last minute.
Yeah, so if anybody doesn't like them, I actually recorded sounds from an actual Game Boy to use as their voices, but then Spook redid his own thing.
Yeah, because I think it would have sounded better for them to actually, kind of emote a little bit, even if they're just like speaking gibberish.
See, I thought the joke was that they weren't like emoting in any way, and then it would have like the dialogue.
Yeah, but I don't know, that just doesn't, it didn't sound as good.
Yeah, it's one of those like jokes that sounds good on paper and then doesn't work out in real life.
Communism?
Yeah, like all the jokes we write.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Burn.
I'm going on strike.
Are you sure that the last joke in this episode only worked on paper?
It's probably
'Cause
the
I thought it
funniest
worked.
thing I've ever done in my life.
I thought it
It works on
worked.
toilet paper. Oh, burn.
Oh, snap. Wow, you did it again.
Yeah, you walked right into that one, son.
I didn't dunk it, guys. That's so Duez. Is messaging me. People are just.
Yeah, everyone's shitting on Duez, except maybe Lyax. I think life is just shitting on him. Because then this stuff happens. I'm not going to spoil it because it's happening like right now. Duez's little seizure.
There it is.
And the rat came back.
That's my favorite rat friend.
Yeah, I like the rat. We'll keep it.
I mean, we have to. We have no choice but to keep him now. He's probably the only main character in the show.
Yeah, he'll get his own spin-off even.
I hope so. Should we
Okay,
call him?
that-
Should we call him Ratdro?
Ratro. He can-
I think that's like a perfect name. He could take Radro's
Radro will
place.
rename him that and then like appropriate it.
How do we know he's not like a physical projection of Radro's like insane mental power? You know what I
I
mean?
think because the rat is like more sane than Radro.
I think so. I think his lack of logic facility gives him more ability to be less nuts. He just wants to eat. He wants to scare Duez.
He wants to scare Duez.
Yeah, I think he wants to. I think he knows Duez is kind of a pussy, and he just wants to be there every time to kind of freak him out a little bit. Episode 3. It's over.
Episode 3. That was special.
It
So
was.
anyway, the clusterfuck that happened with episode 2. I remembered I was going to talk about this. So we were like, it was a freaking enigma because I have no idea where that script came from, where those audio recordings came from, because they were for a completely different version of the script that I think we just like freaking rewrote. And so, in that one, the whole dropping the computer brain into a mop bucket was supposed to happen at the end of episode 2. Obviously, that didn't freaking happen. So it needed to happen in this one because we wrote like 3 jokes centered around that happening previously. So then I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck I'm gonna do? So then I just had them mopping. And I just tossed in, something scares Duez, and he throws it at whatever, and then it lands in the water. The end.
I think it worked out well.
I think it
didn't
did too.
That, yeah, I don't know. Like that's like a Berenstein Bears kind of thing with that script. I think that we hit a wormhole
I agree.
into 2
There's no other
universes.
explanation.
because like the episode isn't bad, so like it wasn't like an old version of the script, but for some reason it has like there's main points missing that should have been there.
Completely missing. And I know that we recorded both. I know that we had like the more accurate script recorded at the end.
I don't think that we ever recorded anything because we didn't record
definitely
anything
did.
until we had the final version.
I need to know what's going on. Is this the Trump universe by any chance? Did we get really shifted that far?
It's probably
somebody-
our
We
fault.
Can somebody
in the
explain this to me?
Trumpiverse.
I think this is what happened. I think this explains pretty much everything that's been going on since fucking January.
Yeah,
pretty
so
much.
in some other world, there's a part where Duez slams the thing into the water at the end of episode 2.
And Sanders
and-
won.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine. Wow. What a... We've,
So if you're
something
watching this
happened.
commentary from that world, just let us know how awesome it is.
Yeah, tell me about that wage and stuff, because, like, I could use it, you know? You feel me, guys?
I'm jealous of those people and their freaking clean water that they're gonna have in the future.
Guys, if you...
StarTroIDE and
you can
healthcare.
always
What a
trade with
world.
me. StarTroIDE is a political show, really. I think when it comes down to it, I think Radro represents fascism, Lyax represents the free state, and that rat is conservatism.
Well, I think
Well, let's do
Radro
it.
is some sort of like anarchism, and Skizalith is like
It's conservatism.
yeah. She's,
It's the Republican Party. I don't know.
yeah.
It's hard for me to tell. I like to think that the rat is like the independent. He's just
that
trying to get
feels like
shit
a
done.
great place to end this.
I think
Please,
so.
please address all your emails to Spooktergeist.
At gmail.com, spooktergeist at gmail.com. It'll probably be like a month before I talk, even look at it. But rest assured, I'll see it. I'll fucking see it.
And he will
Address
cry.
any-
You can sneak by me.
Address any emails about discussing political issues to typewaffle@gmail.com. I'd like to have a conversation with you if you've got any problems with me. And I will, like I said, I'll give you Clone's home address and Social Security so you can get into contact with him directly.
Sounds good.
All right,
Bye.
guys, take it
Yeah.
easy.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.